Yo, welcome back to another video. Now we got some fantastic fucking news today. Or when was this come out? 19 hours ago, we got the best news on the planet. Ironmouse has officially quit VShojo, and honestly, about fucking time. Like shit, dude. Like corporations as of late have been just very scummy with the fucking malpractice and all that shit. So it's about time the sweetest face of VShojo just left that dog shit company. But yeah, let's get into why I left VShojo by good old Mousy Mouse.
I'm leaving VShojo.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo. With the information
Sounds
that
about
I
right for a
currently have,
corporation.
I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most
Oh
importantly,
shit.
the thing that hurts me the most is
Right off with a banger. They're fucking withholding funds from one of their top creators. You already know this is gonna be great. Like shit. Like it sucks ass that she hasn't been getting paid what she's due. You know. Like it sucks ass because she rakes in a lot of money, and VShojo as a corporation has no right to withhold any money that she makes outside of what is stated on their contract. And based off of what she said, it sounds like they're withholding funds that is outside of the contract, which is pretty fucking wild. But you know, if we've learned anything from shit like Niji Sanji, it's that these corporations tend to not give two shits about their creators and will just use and abuse them, which is pretty fucking ass, you know. You would have guessed V Shoujo would have been differently, but you know, they did just shit on Nux God knows how long ago for producing a video pointing out how people were getting scammed through fake VShojo applications and shit like that, and they themselves thanked him for bringing attention to this in like DMs and then proceeded to shit on him like in public saying that this was bad, which in my opinion, how the fuck is it bad for someone to bring attention to the fact that people are getting doxxed through fake VShojo applications? I will never. I will still to this day, I will die on this hill. I will never understand how it's a bad thing for someone to bring attention to what was essentially one of the biggest scams for VTubers that put VTubers in danger. Like, what? But
is
that's different
that
topic.
the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and
Oh
also the reason
shit! This
why
is even
I'm here
worse.
today, is owed over $500,000 from VShojo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately, right now,
$500,000 being kept from charity, dude. That is so bad on so many levels. Like how do you as a corporation just keep money from charity, something that you know is going to a good cause? It just baffles me that they're able to do this shit without any issues. But I mean, they're gonna have issues. Iron Mouse is about to sue their asses. I can guarantee you that.
I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So,
Yeah, see, like I said, she's gonna sue them. Like, there's no way in hell that you don't. Even if you didn't care that much about the funds, there's no way in hell that you don't just sue them on the premise that this isn't even money that she would be pocketing. This is money that's supposed to go to a charity. Like, how do you keep money from a charity as a company? It's a fuck. There's incentives to do it. Like, hold up, I need to check something real fucking quick. Let's see, Shoujo, V Shoujo. Let's see here. It's American based, right? Or am I losing my mind? Yeah, it's American based. Bruh. My fucking god, that's not the video. It's an American based company. Like, how the fuck are you gonna pull an Amber fucking herd? and keep money from charity. Holy shit, dude.
So one day I will be able to tell you the full story.
God.
But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of VShojo. If you
Good,
give me a moment
honestly.
of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you're ever watching me.
Like, right,
I
right,
became
right, right. I forgot what I was gonna go with the American-based company. Okay, it's an American-based company. We have tax incentives for you to donate, so that way you get the nicest tax write-offs on the planet. How the fuck do you, bro? From a oh my god, dude. From a tax perspective, this makes no sense. They could have donated that money and had a nice little fat fucking tax write-off because it's going to an actual charity. That oh my god, dude. It's such an easy fucking thing to do too. Like shit, man. I don't know why the fuck you would ever fucking not just give the money to charity if you're struggling for money. Like I said, it's a tax write-off. And I doubt they're struggling for money because this is fucking VShojo. Like, it's just a scummy thing to fucking do, man.
I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you're ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely
Nice.
due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non functioning immune system, which means
See, CVID, relatively frequent from immunodeficiency. One in every 25,000 people. I don't know why the fuck it says persons. It's people. This is the reason it's called common. I see. The degree and type of deficiency of serum immunoglobulin, globulins, clinical course varies from person to person, hence the word variable. I see. An additional characteristic is a decrease in IgA and or IgM levels, or a low of all three major types. God damn. IgG, IgA, and IgM. In some individuals, there's a deficit of T cells, and this may also contribute to increased susceptibility to infection as well as autoimmune. God damn, this is fucking ass, dude. So yeah, I mean, based off of what Ironmouse says, I'm assuming hers is a type that affects all three, based on how she describes it. And she may also have the T cell deficiencies. It's kind of ass.
I get sick a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, based off of her saying that, I'm assuming she gets fucked over by all four, actually. All four of these things. Damn, that's fucking rough as shit, man.
caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought
Damn,
about
she
giving
was
it a
just
try
nerfed as
because
shit from the start.
I wanted to
Damn, that's
see
ass.
if I could make some friends online because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one
Well,
of the
thank
last
God
things
for
on
the
my
internet.
mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time,
Hell yeah,
make some
that's the dream
friends,
right there.
play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow
Oh,
me to use an anime avatar to stream. And
honestly, that's a very common thing. Not the VTubing, but the fear of like putting out your face on the internet, because it's like you don't know who these people are. Like you don't know who the individual watching you behind the screen is. So yeah, it's a pretty fucking terrifying thing to like have a webcam and shit. Not everyone's comfortable with it. But I'm glad that VTubing became a nice little alternate medium, so that way we have people like Iron Mouse nowadays
and that's
and
how I
Bao
started
and all them.
VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously, and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join VShojo, and it was
Hell
through
yeah.
VShojo that I was able to grow into the Ironmouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join VShojo,
I feel like she could have gotten here without VShojo. I won't lie, you know. I feel like there are some things that VShojo helped with, you know, like the concerts and the music and all that stuff, you know, her music side. But I feel like in terms of VTubing only, I feel like she would have popped off pretty hard as indie without needing to go into like VShojo and shit. But that's my opinion. I mean, her
it
personality
seemed like
enough
a
would
good
have gotten her pretty
idea, but
far.
I honestly did not
I feel like the
know if
title
I
of
could ever
VShojo
be
just helped
a
out a
corporal
small
VTuber
fraction.
because I felt like I just couldn't. In my
She sounds like
mind,
she's about to
I
cry.
saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours.
I mean, I hate to say this, but she is unhireable. Like from a physical standpoint alone, she is unhireable because she cannot physically maintain the stress and strains that a normal 9 to 5 would give you because of her autoimmune fucking deficiency thing. So yeah, that is a very valid mental state to have. Okay? Like she realistically she is unhireable in a normal sense. Nowadays though, with the advent of the internet and remote work and all that stuff, she is more hireable. But 20 not 20 not even 20, 5 to 6 years ago, you know, like let's say 10 years ago, this wasn't actually a reasonable thing to like be able to do, you know, remote work, working from home and all that stuff, because no one really thought of work being able to be done from home. But COVID happened, and that just really showed that a lot of stuff that can be done in an office could actually just be accomplished at home. You know, with a decent computer and and a stable internet connection. So yeah, so that is a perfectly valid fucking mentality to have where she feels like she was unhireable because let's be realistic, she was unhireable from a physical standpoint, you know. But I will say this, given her popularity and given where she is now, she is totally that mindset should go out the window for her. Okay? She is totally hireable for these other positions. Given her success in VTubing, she could easily become a manager herself or start her own VTubing agency. So yeah, but like before, yeah, it was totally valid. I can understand it, but now she should kick that mentality out the fucking window because she has made it. She is a successful young woman who has made her mark right now in the internet and in history. I feel like this will
No
go down in
expectations.
VTubing history.
It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life
God damn, dude.
chronically ill
I can only
and
amount.
being unable to do much of anything,
I can only imagine the amount of stress she puts herself under mentally, having this mindset. But it's also a totally valid mindset to have. You don't know what the fuck the future holds. You don't know where this could go.
I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision
This is also all very
because
valid.
I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt
Also
like
valid.
every time I put
Bro, the
my
internet's a
trust in
scary fucking
people,
place.
it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and a million and one other things. But I ultimately decided to join VShojo. It really pains me
Nice.
that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving.
I mean, I understand why, legal reasons. She
But for
can't
right
state
now,
why.
here's what I am
You know,
allowed.
she's probably under some type of NDA for a certain amount of time and whatnot. That, and probably because of like her attorney said, probably her lawyer told her, don't, disclose all this information. Try to keep it a little bit vague so that way it doesn't affect the lawsuit we're about to slap on them.
Share with you. I would always be told
But
how
still.
important I was for the company, and I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
but
you were essentially their golden goose, their poster child. So yeah, at the time they probably did mean it. When she first came on and she was raking in these people and all these numbers, they probably did mean it, like genuinely. They probably did feel that way, where she was very much valued as a creator because she was essentially the face of VShojo. And but over time, you rake in enough money, they eventually have enough to sustain themselves. So instead of telling you, hey, you've done a lot for us, take a break, this is probably very mentally straining on you, and you should take a vacation, we won't bug you with anything, just take some time for yourself, and if you want to stream, you could do it independently, and you won't have, and we'll just handle finances and shit. They could have done something like that, but from what I'm hearing right now is that they probably kept this they turned this wholesome moment of her actually being very much valued into a manipulation tactic where, in order to keep her in quote unquote in line, I guess, um and to keep this facade up, they essentially gaslit her and manipulated her emotionally and mentally to keep her there because of how successful she was getting. Instead of, helping her thrive, they tried to keep her chained away as this golden goose.
oh, that was very positive to hear.
I
It
can
put a
only
lot of
imagine, dude.
pressure and a lot of stress on me to the
Just
point
like I
where I
said.
felt guilt tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like
I will
if I
say, dude, that amount of stress where you feel like you're responsible for everything must not is not healthy. I'm not gonna. It must not be. It is not. It is not healthy to be under that much stress when all you are is a creator and you're just starting off. That sucks ass. On top of all of her physical ailments that she has and shit. Like, dude, oh my god, dude. I'm just trying to understand how you, as a company, can do this to an individual. Like, I guess that's why I'll never run a company. Honestly, I can't be that cutthroat and lie to people that harshly and whatnot and treat them like shit.
didn't do this, and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying
That is
everybody's
not a
life.
good
But
mentality
this
to
didn't feel
have,
right
but I
with
can
me,
understand where she's
and
coming from.
I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that VShojo handled all my payments, and it meant
Yeah,
that I never had to give out any of my personal information.
it's really good for
So that
anonymity.
was always
I
a
will say
blessing
that.
to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised.
Oh shit. Oh shit. So the moment she wanted to get a handle on her money, she noticed discrepancies, is what I'm getting at. And VShojo thought that Ironmouse would never have the gall to start doing her own shit independently, and thought that they'd always rely on them. Huh. So they started pulling money from the hand. They started biting the hand that feeds them, thinking that Ironmouse would be oblivious to it. And the moment she's like, "All right, I'm a little more comfortable with all this stuff. I'm a little more comfortable with like the cash flow and the flow of money. I think I'm gonna start getting a handle on it myself. They're like, oh shit, she's gonna turn around and notice all the bruises on her hand and all the bite marks.
Around
Ooh.
$4 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Four
The majority
million.
of the money raised is through Tiltify at events
God
like the
damn.
Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've had.
Four
However,
million. That's
because of the
wild.
success of my
That's a
first subathon,
fat chunk of
I
cash.
decided to donate half the earnings of my following two subathons to the
Nice.
Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we
Fuck yeah.
raised
We
over
love raising money for charity.
$329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue,
How much did VShojo keep? Is what I'm thinking. How much did they dip their hand? How many times did they dip their hands into the cookie jar and took out more than what the allotted amount was? Mind you, this is all for charity, so they shouldn't have been touching that shit in general. They should have just been giving it to the charity.
instead of a total
The fact that V Shoujo thinks that they are fucking fuck what, god damn it, I had it on the tip of my tongue. The fact that V Shoujo thinks they are fucking entitled to a fucking even a penny of the amount of money that is supposed to be fucking donated to charity, that Ironmouse has stated, I'm not keeping this money, it's going to charity. Like, brother, the fucking nerve of VShojo, man. That fucking ticks me off. Like shit, dude. This is all done for a good cause. This is done in good faith by one of your creators, and you essentially just literally stab them in the back. To one of your most popular and most beloved creators. Like,
it required
this is just
VShojo to make the
so bad for
donation on my
VShojo.
behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success.
Nice. The
So
first
I
one went
decided
well
to do
without
it again the
issues.
next year. My last
That's
subathon
great.
was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The
Hell yeah.
support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked VShojo to make the donation on my
515. Oh yeah, that tracks. That tracks. That tracks. The numbers in my head got all fucky and shit. I was putting a fucking zero where it wasn't supposed to go, and where it was supposed to go, I was taking one out. So I was like, the numbers aren't tracking the fun like. But no, they track. They track. They track. They track.
behalf. But unfortunately, still a year later, VShojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency
God, that is
Foundation
just
means the
terrible.
world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We
Yeah, that's
almost always
insane,
raise money
dude.
for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection. And this includes
Yeah, that's
over
ass.
450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency
Yeah.
Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I
Yeah,
was
they helped her and she just
terrified,
wanted to pay them
I
back.
was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me.
You can't see it here, but you can tell by the amount of blinking and all the movement that's attached to her blinking in the model that she is definitely tearing up, because this is, dude, I can only imagine how much of a stab in the back this is. Like shit, dude. Like, she put her entire trust into the hands of this corporation. And for the first, like, let's say, year to. Yeah, let's say for the first year, they, like, actually encouraged her and actually prompted her up and gave her confidence. But after that, they sort of just started using her and manipulating her. And that's kind of fucked up. I can only imagine how sad she must feel. But you can definitely tell that she is, like, crying behind this and like wiping away tears based on by how much blinking the model's doing and the tone of her voice. It's definitely a sad thing to hear for someone as like nice and kind as Ironmouse.
I just wanted to do something good
Yeah,
and
like
to give back to.
yeah, this fucking company, not the company, not VShojo, like the foundation was there when she needed them the most, and now that she's made it, she wants to pay it back forward, in grand. And she's done a lot of shit to try to pay them back, like all the charity streams and the subathons and whatnot. And for VShojo to essentially just fuck you over and go a year into not fucking putting in the funds, like, it really makes you question, like, before when they were giving the funds, how much of that money did they actually give and how much did they pocket. It really
The
brings into
community
question a lot of shit.
that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't.
It's
So, to
understandable.
recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid.
Not only you, the
And most
charity as
importantly,
well,
the Immune
yeah.
Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from VShojo.
They're
I
gonna have
really wish that
I'm not laughing at all this. I'm thinking this is American based, so they're probably gonna have to go through like multiple audits, which is gonna ruin them financially and in the eyes of the public. You're probably gonna see a whole bunch of shit come out into the public from other creators as well, which is gonna shit on the company even more. And you're probably also what makes me laugh and brings a smile to my face is just how ungodly fucked in the ass V Shoujo is about to be. Cause I'm sure that Ironmouse can find the best fucking lawyers this country has to offer. And I'm sure that she's gonna slap V Shoujo with the good old big dick big dick ju- the good old big dick of the law. That's what I'm looking for. The big dick of the law. She's about to give them a thorough slapping, even though she obviously doesn't want to, and this pains her more than anything. But it's like, it needs to be done. Unfortunately, it needs to be done because not only have you been screwed out of money, so has this foundation that is essentially holds like a literal, I'd say 2/3 of the place where her heart is, goes straight to this foundation.
I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of
Yeah,
right now,
it'd be
I
best to
am an
wait. Yeah,
independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm
you
kind
just
of
keep moving
processing
forward.
everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize.
Like in Meet the Robinsons, you just gotta keep moving forward. You can't look back. Like shit, especially on something like what V Shoujo and what they've been doing. You can't look back and try to like see like the good in this company at this point. You gotta just keep moving forward.
To
Keep doing what you're doing.
the immune.
Even like bro, like this isn't gonna affect her in any way. This is gonna affect her positively. She's gonna gain so much more support from so many other people. It's gonna be insane. So yeah, she has nothing to worry about in terms of like whether she's gonna be successful as Indie, because she is totally gonna be successful as Indie.
Efficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Fuck
I
yeah,
honestly don't know
let's
what
go.
I'm going to do.
Charity.
Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Hell yeah.
Thankfully,
Let's
any
go.
donations
We
made
love
through
charity.
Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link
Thank
is also
God.
there if you've heard about this. And
I will say that. Thank fucking God there's no like middleman. Cause holy shit, dude. Like you just had this fucking issue going down with VShojo being your middleman. And I honestly wouldn't trust any organization to handle that type of shit. Not gonna lie. I'd look for something like Tiltify. Thank God something like Tiltify exists. It's Tiltify, right? Yeah, Tiltify. Thank God something like Tiltify exists. So that way, like, it goes straight to the organization and shit.
would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I
Nice.
hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully, there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun
Hell
and
yeah.
just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So, thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay,
I genuinely.
bye.
I don't know why she's apologizing. Specifically her. Like, she has absolutely zero fucking reason to apologize. Like she shouldn't be apologizing. Like, it should be VShojo that's apologizing. But, you know, they probably won't. And if they do, it's some PR stunt 100%. You know, it'll probably be some, like, corporate copy paste shit. So, yeah. But, like, she should not take this shit fucking lying down. And she appears not to be, which is really good. You know, because being screwed over out of that much money, not even going to her, but going to like a charity that they fucking know means the world to her is just insane to me. Like, holy fuck, man. It's just wild. I I will never understand human greed, that how human greed can be that powerful. Genuinely. It will always baffle me. But yeah, I'll definitely also put like all this shit in the description and whatnot. But the best thing you could probably do is just go watch the original video so that way this shit can get more views and more money. And definitely use the link here from her video. But I'll still include it because fuck it, dude. Charity is a good thing. But yeah. Man, this just sucks ass, dude. Like, fuck, dude. Like, it's just shitty. Like, it's genuinely just shitty, and it's something that no one should fucking have to go through, especially from a corporation that you know you thought was like genuinely on your side, especially given how badly you see other corporations like Niji Sanji acting and behaving. You'd think that yours is different, and then plot twist they're the exact same. It is genuinely just ass.